Hi.
Ooh.
It's prep school. Um, I'm your King Ginger, joined by joined by two
Sure.
lovely humans.
What are they joining us?
That's where you guys
Oh,
introduce yourselves.
what's hi everybody? It's me back again, Cutie Pie Colin, for the day.
Hey, it's Matt.
Oh, Matthew.
Yes.
As soon as I take the body off or the armor off this guy, you get in a body.
Oh,
$8
well, not bad.
on Amazon, brand new.
Yeah.
What body is that?
It's Blight.
Yeah, it's McFarlane Batman Beyond Light.
Yeah, so I'm keeping the head. The
Yeah.
head is
You got that version. Okay, there's two versions.
wild looking. I'm keeping these effects because
Yeah.
I mean they're cool. But I want this chest piece for modding or
Yeah.
something. I'm sure I've got an idea, but I can't remember what it is. So guys, I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
I was like, I had a bunch of people wanting to play Chaos Scar.
Mm-hmm.
But I also had the Wrestle Boys who still want to play.
Yeah.
So I've decided I'll give 2 this month.
Oh.
I'm a fucking idiot. So one of them is tomorrow night, and I have to come up with 3 options. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Right.
All
The first one is I was jamming out before. I've got music on right now, and the song just came on by Rock and Ryan and the Real Goners. I'm the Wolfman. But before that was Bark at the Moon by Ozzy. And I was like, what if the first is to bring this criminal to wrestle Keep from Berwich, who claims he's a werewolf.
Claims. Okay.
And when they get him on the way there, he's a fucking werewolf.
Oh, okay.
So then we have and also forces that the players aren't aware of. Super Spike.
Yeah.
He gets out. That's the basic premise.
All right.
We're in a shot conundrum. I love it, Spike.
Also, man, I just want to point out again, my co-hosts both looking incredibly handsy today. So I think that for bringing the super hot boy appeal to the Sunday morning.
Wow.
Hot boy summer, Matt.
Oh, you.
All right. So first of all, we need a name for our criminal, for our werewolf, and I want it to be the classic like Lawrence Talbot. I have no control over this. I'm not a bad person, but I feel there's this thing inside of me, and it's just screaming to get out. Long term, I'm saying this person has been. I'm going to say this person has been cursed by some cultists in the area who are just starting to kind of do their thing. So I need a good name.
Monty Richtendorf.
Ooh, Matthew. Things to add.
Man.
Because originally I was thinking Montague, but then Monty seems more wolfy.
It does. I almost
don't know
got
why.
like when you said Monty, I was like Monty Talbot
Oh, you know, yeah.
or Monty Cheney.
Ooh. Monty Lon, Lon. Kind of. There's a fun thing there.
No, I'm liking all these. That's why I'm looking for some consensus from the rest of the brain trust.
Let's see.
Also, man, it's a shame that Eric Clapton turned into an absolute trash bag of a person.
Oh,
because
he's been a racist forever.
I've been jamming out the Cream again.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And Cream is so good.
Yeah.
As my dad once described it, it's a super group where the 3 members got on stage and were just basically trying to outdo each other constantly.
Yeah.
And it's such a doing it in like a respectful of the other musicians.
Yeah, not trying to
No one's
like-
stepping on anybody.
Yeah, it's Cream's like the most friendly musical competition to ever take. It's just
It's really good. And Eric Clapton just turned out to be such an overall shitbag.
I guess he's been like a huge anti-Semite for like a long time, and I didn't know about that until like just a couple years
Apparently,
ago.
after midnight, he lets all of his racism hang out.
yeah. No, he's said some wild shit in the past. It sucks too, because like phenomenal talent,
Ugh,
but
gross
person.
All right, what
And
then
then he and Van Morrison, like,
fuck Van Morrison. You
I know.
stupid fuck.
I know, man. Dance in the moonlight. Let us out. We can't be in quarantine anymore. Oh,
fuck that guy.
Big time.
So what are we thinking? Super Spike, Matt, whoever else is here. Do you have a preference? Because I like Monty as the first name.
Monty, I like that. Well, I made up
Whoa! Fat fuck. Ooh.
Jesus! Wow.
God.
I like that name.
Spike's bringing in the heat.
We're gonna keep that name in our notes.
I was just looking up the MST werewolf stuff, and apparently the original tagline, the tagline for that when they originally marketed that movie on the poster was "Rest."
We're gonna use this for our investigator that was sent by Rest Will Keep.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. The tagline on that when it was originally released was "Rest in Beast."
That's glorious.
I can't decide if I love or hate, but there it is.
That's one of my personal favorites from the MST3K library. I could watch Werewolf. It's so absurd.
Yeah, Werewolf.
That's completely fascinating.
Like that. Oh, remember when out of nowhere there's that crazy caretaker like guy who's like a militant? Yeah, and he's like, Dracula's gay. It's like, but he doesn't use gay. He goes, way hard. It's just like, what is this? Not to get off on a werewolf tangent. Sorry, everybody.
So I'm saying that Michael Jehoshaphat Foxwood is the Lord Drysdale's like lead inquisitor / investigator. He's the guy who tracked this guy down.
Oh my God. I didn't get that until now. That's
I didn't either. Which makes it even better. All right, so we need a last name for Monty.
And Michael J. Fox because of Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Dude. I need more coffee. I am oh my gosh. Okay. What
you need a last name for what now?
For
Monty, our werewolf.
I'm really torn on Talbot or Cheney.
Monty Talbot sounds like it fits better, I feel like.
What do we think?
Yeah, and it's less it's Cheney is pretty unique. I feel like Talbot is a little less like winky naughty. It's still there, but it's not as in your face.
So they're going to pick up this haggard, small, unassuming man in heavy manacles. The populace seems both terrified and melancholy about the situation. Investigating through conversation leads to the revelation that the Talbots have always been highly thought of and hugely important financially to Burwich. My thought is like him being cursed is a way this cult is
trying to influence the.
Yeah, they're like, well, we're just going to sap the financial out from under this. Montgomery Talbot does have a really good flow to it. I do agree. Also, question to you two and the chat. Do you feel that Paul Di'Anno was a good lead singer for Iron Maiden, or is he just completely overshadowed by Bruce Dickinson?
I mean, I didn't even know his name till just now, so.
Because I feel like
Bruce is my boy.
Yeah, that first album has got a ton of bangers on it.
Yeah.
Right now, Remember Tomorrow just popped on, and I'm like,
ooh.
Fuck, that's such a good tune.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dickinson can do that song as much justice because you need that like lower register. Yeah. It's like the song Iron Maiden, Killers, all that stuff, Murders in the Rue Morgue. I don't feel like I can't hear Bruce Dickinson do those songs and still like I just feel like Di'Anno has such a stamp on it. But then on the same flip side, Paul Di'Anno cannot touch Bruce Dickinson's stuff.
The closest thing I can maybe compare that to on the same musical scale is like, do you like Dio Black Sabbath or do you like Ozzy Black Sabbath? Because there's both huge hits and they're both amazing singers in their own right. But you could say like Dio is definitely the more powerhouse singer. But then again, like there's something to the way Ozzy has that kind of how, and you know.
But I also think like Sabbath as a band was putting out better songs. I think like because it was more, or we hadn't heard anything like that. And you can go back to those first like 3-4 Sabbath albums, and they're just like there's something special going on there. And I love Dio.
Oh, Dio's my man.
But it's just like it's okay, it's good. It's like Dio and Rainbow as well.
Oh yeah, Rainbow's great.
He's great, but I'm always like, so is David Coverdale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if Dio shines until he's just Dio.
Yeah, when he becomes that holy diver, he becomes something else. I'll tell you. Oh.
I just am always curious about that because I'm always like, how when you start to switch out very important band members, how much it can change the band entirely.
Yeah, totally. Like Chili Peppers with all their revolving doors of lead guitarists. Like totally changes the dynamic and stuff.
Or like I love Anthrax, but
yes, oh my God, that's there's so much overturn with Anthrax. Yeah.
God, I'm trying to think of the.
Or even Megadeth, they've gone through tons.
God, what's the lead singer? The two lead singer, John. See, so here's my thing.
Anthrax.
Yeah, I loved
Joey Belladonna.
Joey, but Joey was kind of a shit show at times. Yeah. I adore John Bush. I think the John Bush era is insanely good, but a lot of people don't like it because they're a different band with John Bush. They're oh God, my brain is just not working. Stomp 442. The threat is real. I can't think of the third album that Bush did. I think they're the best complete Anthrax albums.
Yeah,
but but do they reach the heights of some of the songs that were on those earlier albums, like especially The Persistence of Time?
Yeah.
And Among the Living, I just don't know.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. That's a tough comparison right there because like there's so many iconic like singles under Joey's reign, but then like there's a tightness, when he's moved on from the band that they don't kind of have, with him. And also like he's
the song Only on I think it's on Stomp, or it's on Sound of White Noise. Even other metal bands in the Big Four, so that's the best. It's the tightest thrash metal song.
Ooh.
Like Metallica was like That should have been a #1 single. Like
Yeah.
the guys in Metallica, that's a great song, and I agree with them. But it's a different sound than I think what people thought they were going to get. So and Joey, you know, I like the stuff since Joey's come back.
Yeah.
The first album he came back, Worship Music, is great. It has We've Come For You All is on that album. But I'm a John. Dave Richardson and I would fight about this all the time because he was like, "They're not Anthrax without Joey," and I was like, "But John Bush is great." And he's like, "Yeah, John Bush is great in Armored Saint, but you know, I'm not John Bush. Anthrax is not my jam." Oh God, the Kitties are out.
For some reason, for me, the backbone of Anthrax has always been Scott. Yeah. So as long as Scott's there, it's Anthrax to me. So hey, so is this guy Monty? Is he gonna? Where is he in the hierarchy of this family that's in this town?
I think we'll play it up.
Like, is he the head of the family at this point?
Yes, I'm gonna say like my feeling is like he's just come into like kind of the classic like Baskervilles thing where he's just come into like
his lordship.
Well, not just like he's come into the family control. He's been back a long amount of time. So we're gonna say due to delays, the PCs don't leave until later than they planned. I falls unnaturally.
Spike just is throwing out some heat here.
Matt has achieved full bond.
I've come here this day, the day of his daughter's wedding, to ask him a favor.
I expect you to die, Mr. Bond. Are you coming or do I swim alone? Yes and yes. That's another one I can watch anytime as Agent for Harm. What does Harm stand for, Mike? I think it stands for hot and ready, man. My cardigan will be there shortly. Talbot transforms and all hell breaks loose.
So, and how is his personality good? So he's going to be kind of this small and assuming man. So is he going to be kind of like, is he going to seem like he has any air of authority to him in any sense?
I kind of look at him as, since all this has happened, he's kind of just broken.
Okay. Oh, so this is a curse for him.
Yeah, he's cursed. Someone in the town has cursed him.
Oh.
Because like I said, there's like a cult.
Yeah.
Who's kind of undermining things.
Okay. Very cool. Ooh. And are we going to get any hints like to his nature from like anything leading up, or is it going to be like that just big like
like I've got up here is like, so he's got runes that have been like drawn onto him. Like have you ever, I'm sure Matt you read this, did you read Dark Reign in the JSA?
Yeah.
So where like the Yolanda Montez's brother becomes the new Eclipso. Yeah. He's got all those runes on him to control Eclipso. And in the middle of the fight, he doesn't realize like those runes have been damaged. So Eclipso is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I like the idea that the cultists have done two things. They've sabotaged three things, actually. They've sabotaged the wagon.
Yeah.
They've damaged the runes. And they have fucked up the road for the way back. Because it's only a 5-mile trip.
Okay,
to Burwich from Restwell. So, and possibly they've used some spells to maybe expedite time to cause the moon to rise sooner. Because they want him to break out. Yeah, it's it's gonna be one of those things where if they kill him at the end, it'll be a thank you, like Monster Squad.
Yeah.
So what scenes will occur? The welcome to Burwitch. Burwitch will be like, my feeling about the town is like it's been just terrified over the last few months of this occurring.
So very wary of outsiders?
Not even that, because Burwitch is a small trade post farming community. It's like only 5 miles from Rustwell. But kind of my feeling is like they've been asking for help from Rustwell, and Lord Drysdale's been slow to go on that because they don't want to be a part of Rustwell.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, well, I want to help, but like I'm not the Lord Protector of your area. Like you want to be independent. And that's fine, but then you got to take care of your own problems. And the longer this went on, he had a moral imperative to step in. You know, it's kind of the balance of you have someone who's kind of a poor politician trying to be a politician, but who's, you know, he's a paladin. So at some point he's just like, okay, I'm sending Michael Jehoshaphat Foxwood to take care of this because I can't live with myself the fact that there's just a body count stacking up constantly.
Spike just threw out a really cool idea. Like, what if they like poison the animals or like give them?
Goddamn, Spike, that's brilliant.
Like lame one of them in a way or something like that. You know?
That's even better. The animals have been poisoned. That's brilliant.
And then you can work that in little by little. Like, it just doesn't seem like they're pulling their weight, and all of a sudden, like it's like they're looking really weak, and then like boom, one goes down or something, and then
yours is better, Spike. Yours is way better. That's such a good idea. So Burwitch, welcome to Burwitch. Meeting Talbot. Slow road home. And bark at the moon. Those are our scenes. There is something foul going on in Burwitch. Talbot was cursed. I think those are our things.
Nice.
You know what we're gonna do? The wagon breaks down near a blood rock deposit that spurs on Talbot's transformation.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right. I think we're good with this one. I can do the rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty easy. It's just a werewolf attack story. So let's save this. I do want to replace it. Now I need to come up with plot B or plot B. Yeah. We're going to save this to the desktop, and we're going to change that to B. Okay. I got a couple things here. I have a couple different things I thought about drawing inspiration from. Was this Points of Light one of them? I can't remember. I was looking at a bunch of stuff earlier. I thought about using Dungeon Delve, which is a 4th edition book that was great because what it was is it was like a book full of like, hey, do you need an adventure tonight?
Yeah.
Here's 3 parts of an adventure for a level appropriate that fit together. We'll show you what dungeon tiles to use. We'll show you everything. It's 30 adventures with 3 parts each. One for each level. which is it's one of my favorite books that they did in 4th edition. I think that they should always, like, every edition should have a book like this.
Yeah.
I also have a bunch of the one-page dungeon compilations where people do these contests every year where they turn in their own. You have to, everything for your adventure has to be on one page.
Oh,
that's cool.
They're fan generated, so they're wild. They're really cool. So that's something also that I thought about drawing from, and I have 3 of those. Eldritch Lairs is a Kobold Press book.
Love Kobold.
Kobold does great stuff. Most of the time, these are associated with one of their monsters. They do these lair books, but again, they do some really good stuff here. I'm just like, I love the dire mole rat. I don't know though if it works for this. This, however, by Kobold might.
Prepared. Yes.
Prepared is great.
Prepared
it's
is
like 15 adventures. Again, at different levels. This is as close to, I think, that anyone's done to Dungeon Delve in 5th edition.
Yeah.
But there's also this. This was part of the Adventurers League for 4th edition. And they did a whole season that's related to the Chaos Scar.
Ooh.
But it does have some reveals in it that I'm like, I don't want to reveal that yet. But I like the Adventurers League stuff because it is self-contained but can add. Oh, hey, Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy's been
Shaggy, oh shit, I'm so sorry. I've just been catching Super Spike stuff. So that's also a sort of thing. I think Dungeon Delve might be the best mine to plumb for our second one though. So out of these titles of these adventures, what kind of jumps out? Let me make it bigger. Oh god, I made it way big. Is there anything here you guys see like that looks like, okay, I'm drawn in by this right away?
Smoldering Flames of War has a nice ring to it.
I mean, the names are all pretty tight.
Yeah.
Planar Bandits. Orc Stronghold seems kind of classic. Just from looking at the
I'm trying really hard for Chaos Scar to stay away from orcs and goblins.
Okay, all right. Ooh, Shadowfell Schism. Fear the Reapers.
I like the name of Ghoulish Designs.
Yeah,
like ghouls are very interesting to begin with.
Yeah, they are.
They're nasty though. I mean, the paralyzing touch thing is bad news.
Ooh. Look at Caverns of Demise. Trial of Water. Trial of Fire. The Trial of Eyes. Is that a bunch of beholders?
That also works. No, I think it's like elemental stuff. So what do we want to look at? I kind of like Poison Shadows too, because it's like you go into the basement of a curio shop into the sewers.
Super Spike threw another good one
out. Fair.
Yeah, check
what
out.
would Caves of Menace sell?
Ooh.
It's all right, buddy. What are you guys thinking?
I mean, Poison Shadows does sound interesting.
Okay, let's go to page 54.
Yeah. Ooh, a curio shop would be a wonderful, little place to get into as well. Yeah, there'd be so much to have the players.
This is an actual book I kept that I have for 4th edition. I still own because I'm like, it was such a good book.
I still have all my 4E stuff. I just can't get rid of it for some reason.
I sent almost all except for Madness at Garmore Abbey, Dragonomicon, a couple of Open Grave, Dragonomicons, a couple of things I kept. But the rest of it, I sent down south to my nephew when he was first interested in D&D. I sent like this massive, like 40-pound box of shit down there. And I'm pretty sure it is now in the local library. Because my sister-in-law works in the library. And I'm like, that's cool.
Very nice, Mitch. We got Mitch in the house.
Hey, Mitch.
Mitch. Fear the Night, also great. So this looks like it's deals with the Shatter guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I like this. I like
Assassin's Guild.
So we're going to switch this up by there have been rumors of strange attacks on specific locals in the outer Bailey. This concern was brought forth by Benwick. So Benwick is secretly a serpent cultist.
Oh.
He plays himself off like a priest of Bahamut, but he secretly runs a cult to Zahir, which is the night serpent. Well, Zahir is a night serpent. Zahir's the god of the Yuan-Ti, who also worship the night serpent, which is basically a giant serpent who wants to swallow the sun.
Sure.
It's an elder evil. So I'm saying, like, he's the first one who brings this up because someone has hired these assassins to kill him because they figured out who he is. So he's going to hire the adventurers to basically protect him. There are rumors abounding that you guys have access to show the chat yourselves.
Mm-hmm. To show the chat. How do I do that?
So if you hover over it and you push show, it'll pop up. If you've got your comments page opened,
yes.
When you scroll over, it has a little option which is a plus sign. It just says show.
Oh, it's not doing that for me.
Dang. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Bummer. It's
So I always feel bad. I always feel bad because I'm not fast on it. Like Cassandra noticed on Friday, she was like, "There's been so much chat, and you have not even acknowledged it." And I was like, "Because I'm trying to dig my way through this fucking mountain."
You guys are making me laugh every time there's something new that I'm just like, that's golden. Like the Caves of Menace is just ye old hot topic. I love that. That's wonderful. Oh no.
Oh. You must have hit the wrong thing.
All right. So I guess we're taking over.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the new edition of the show with Pat and Colin. I don't know what to do right now, so check out this droid carrier ship.
Look at that. That is a carrier full of droids.
This is a carrier full of droids. Here's a droidica, everyone.
Nope.
Whoa.
What did he say? Oh, his power just went out.
Oh no!
Again, it's been happening of late. So.
Oh damn!
He will return. Yeah, I know that was part of why he in the walk yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right, so I guess we're gonna have to vamp on this.
We're just gonna vamp.
The Call Matt show. I like that. Welcome to the Call Matt show. Matt, what's on your agenda right now?
I've been sorting action figure parts so that I can sell them. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
I have way too much shit and also would like more money. So
yeah, I got this gigantic collection of pops, and I've kind of hit the point where I'm like, I don't want any more of these. So I'm now trying to get rid of those. It's fun.
It's fun. It's always it's a job, and hopefully I will eventually learn not to do so much.
It gets addicting though. I mean, like getting new things and like, oh, I could do this and I could do that. And
or it's like, oh, look at this cool thing. I would like to own that, and then you're like, and I put it on a shelf and don't ever touch it again. So,
oh yeah, I years ago went overboard with the NECA Predators.
Oh yeah, I've still got.
I want to get more, but I'm also like, I'm never taking these guys out of their packaging, and I just can't. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all back there, open, doing their thing.
Ooh, love it.
But yeah, it's I've got it's just I'm not gaining any more space, and there's lots coming out, and I need to not buy as much of it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting figuring out what I'm keeping and what I'm not. And
yeah. Shaggy saying he wants to get in on the walking crew. We should get him in.
Oh, if you're ever in town.
Yeah, dudes. I about a year ago, I was up to 319. I was waking up with my ankles hurting every day. I'd sit down and break out into a sweat. So then got the bariatric surgery, and every day since then, I get an hour of cardio in, and now I do weight training and stuff. And it's great. It's great. If you're there to make that change, make that change. Every step towards something is a good step to take.
Yeah.
Oh, my kids. Hold on.
My killings. So, Mitch, nice. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys had an issue where you were at on Friday night.
No problems at all with.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry. You're okay.
Yeah, that's a
Friday night, like
Pikachu lightning bolt cake.
Like middle of the night type of thing. Like not middle of the night, like a little after midnight. It sounded like the entire North Minneapolis, Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park, Crystal Police Department decided to turn their sirens on and fly down the street. And then we lost power.
Damn.
It was supposed to be for an hour, but it was for about 6 hours. And it was you could see no lights except for police lights that night.
Wow.
So I just lost power again. Just a brownout this time, like it just went away.
That's really bizarre.
Yeah, we have not got any explanation of what happened. Nice. I'm always very happy for anyone who's able to do that. And yes, yeah, anyway, sorry. I'm so angry right now.
No,
you don't have to be.
It turned into the Call Matt show. It was amazing.
I mean, it's probably better than what I'm doing anyway.
You come on. Don't say those
no, I really do mean that.
You hush your mouth.
Hush your mouth, child.
Silence! I just wanted to test it out. It does feel good. All right, so our boy Benwick someone is attempting to kill him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we can get rid of this. Rumors abounding that these assassins are actually part of Lord Drysdale's attempt to quiet other religious leaders. That's part of the whole thing. The Guild of Claimant. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I said it. I love that whole thing when they're silence. They just keep silencing each other. It does feel very good to say it. I'm just testing it out. So that's the whole thing about like I know with Chaos Scar, most of it's taking place, like almost all of it so far is taking place outside Restwell Keep, but I kind of thought about this would be a good way to kind of show there's a lot of politicking going on there. There's a lot of like the people that were there before Drysdale took it over, who lived under the Six Blades and everything, were like the Six Blades were not good people, but they didn't give a shit about what the Outer Bailey did. They just left them alone and said, "You guys do your things as long as money's flowing, and we don't have a problem. We don't have a problem. Worship who you want, do what you want." In fact, they got along really well. And then Drysdale comes in and is like, we worship Arathis here. And there's a lot of those other people who are like, no, we don't. You've been here a hot minute, and yeah, you got an army, but fuck you. We're independent. And then, of course, you've got Benwick, who's kind of slowly stirring the pot, the fomenting unrest between the Outer and Inner Bailey. Who would have hired these assassins? We can get back to that. We don't need events on the road because it's in the town. What might happen? Meeting with Benwick. And then there's what? The basement of the Curio. That's not the right document. The basement of the Curio shop. We have a curio shop we've named previously.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. If not, we'll add one. We do have things we haven't named. We do have the provisioner in trade, which is Bosco, Heldman, and Gelda, which they've dealt with both of those people. They like Gelda. Bosco Heldman's a prick. Is there anywhere else? There's Quint Spire Gleams on the Sparkling Stone, which is a gem shop. I'll make this a little bit bigger. There's the Loan Bank. And there's a couple guild houses and taverns. Do we want to add anything, or should we go off of something we already have?
Yeah, I don't.
They haven't been to this.
They haven't been here yet?
No.
Okay, so that could be something new.
Yeah.
And our gnome gem dealer is played by Robert Shaw.
Naturally.
Because when you say gnome, you think Robert Shaw. I love it. I would love to see a gnome Robert Shaw.
I kept thinking of like the fact that he gets his gems off of gem crust, basically, off of the remains of like gems that have fallen off. So it's like the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
What do we call the Sparkling Stone? Is that what it's called? I keep forgetting. I'm looking at it and then it goes away. All right, it goes away in my head. The Sparkling Stone. The basement of the sparkling stone. So what is the story here? How would they get to the fact that they need to go to the sparkling stone? Benwick lives in the same building that the sparkling stone is in. So would it be a situation where like an attempt has happened recently? Or how do we want to tie that together? Because they are in the same building.
Okay.
It's kind of like an apartment building / like business area. And the Sparkling Stone is just like a converted apartment almost on the first floor. And Benwick's is like a slightly like a religious, almost like a advisement thing. And then, I mean, this is funny that this is kind of all tying together because it's like the jewel merchant's apartment and then the traveling priest, and above his door it says his tongue never lies in bastardized Draconic. So
I don't know. Somehow to do that kind of classic thing where something's overheard between the shared, like the wall or the floor or something of the shared.
But I don't want Quint Spiregleam to be like in on it at all.
Okay.
Maybe no one's seen Quint for a little while, and he's like basically tied up in the basement.
Ooh.
Oh,
would that work, you think?
It's just, how do we get them to the basement?
I think Benwick, they're called to go see Benwick in his home, as he's hired them. Robert Stack.
That would have been equally great.
Come on. Has hired the PCs to find out who is coming after him. They go to his residence, and upon successful investigation checks, realize that the normally very reliable Quint, what the hell is this Quint's last name? Spiregleam. Spiregleam has not been seen in days. This should lead them to the Sparkling Stone. Boss. What's a like a, if you go into like a apartment building and you've got like the big open area, and is it like the foyer?
Well, or lobby.
Lobby.
I don't know. Vestibule? Is that another word for it?
That works too. Yeah.
Foyer.
Okay, so we got that, which is skill checks, role playing. Basement of the Sparkling Stone. So it's just an ambush. So the PCs, the stone has been slightly tossed, and in the process, a previously hidden trap door to a basement has been revealed.
Well, if they're gonna if they get jumped, maybe yeah, it could just are they getting jumped when they go in there, or
when they go into the basement.
oh, they go to the basement? Okay.
Upon going into the basement, they are attacked. They are ambushed by assassins. Yep. So we got that. Into the sewers. Oh God, there's an Oni. We'll have to way break that down because that's way beyond them.
I'm stealing that, Mitch. I hope you know that. Like, that's amazing.
Into the sewers. The Shatter Kai will flee through a passage into the sewers beneath the outer Bailey. There the PCs will have to track them and avoid the massive gelatinous cube who roams through cleaning the sewers. I'm going, like I said, no Oni Night Hunter there. That's too much. Oh, of course, this is a level 8 encounter, so. And then the Nightshade Lair. Oh God, it's a fucking black dragon. We're not doing that. So what should we have that is controlling or is leading this cadre of assassins?
Would it be weird to have like a hag?
No, I don't think that's weird at all.
I don't know why my mind's going there. Oh my God. Shaggy just referenced my favorite corporate mascot of all time. You gotta avoid the Noid, man.
No, the Noid is great. I thought about maybe using a contract devil.
Ooh.
Who's like, whoa. We don't need a fight here. This is ridiculous. We're trying to fulfill a contract. And no, I can't tell you who put the contract out because it's in the contract that I have a non-disclosure clause. But it does nothing for me to fight you or for you to kill any more of my subcontractors.
Yeah.
That's pretty inspired. I like that. That's
so
really
this would be more of like a social encounter at the end.
Yeah.
I do like a hag a lot though. We need a sweet. I haven't used a hag in a while. A good use of a hag, but there are hags in the Chaos Scar. So there's a coven of hags that I put on that are on the map. What do we call a place where they are coming through? What is it called in the thing? The lair. They're coming through from the Shadowfell. What do they call it in action movies when they all have to get to the Choppa extraction point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to see what Mitch just wrote.
No disclosure clause. Oh, God damn it. Not demons this time. This is a devil. There are differences, as you well know. What am I telling you for, Mitch? You know more about this than I do. Are you guys familiar with Easy Star All Stars?
I
No.
don't think I know.
They're a reggae band and they do covers of whole albums. Like they did a Dub Side of the Moon, which is them doing Dark Side of the Moon. They also did a whole Radiohead album, and right now what popped in was their version of Karma Police. It's great.
Ooh.
They're great. They do a Beatles album. The Dark Side of the Moon, Dub Side of the Moon is spectacular.
Easy Star All Stars?
Easy Star All Stars, yeah.
All right.
Waiting at the extraction point. Is what's a good devil name?
All I can think of right now, and this is not a devil name at all, but the only name that keeps popping in my brain is Tandy, and I don't. That's not a good devil.
I don't know. I kind of like Tandy.
Tandy. Because I don't know why I the other night, late last night, I was watching Cocoon, so Jessica Tandy and Hume Cronin are burned into my brain at the moment. Sorry, everybody.
Will not willingly reveal information.
Although Cronin
to a.
Yeah.
I like Tandy. Oh, my name's Tandy.
I'm Tandy. Tandy.
Names have power. You can just call me Tandy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just something like, you know, like he just looks at something on like the wall or whatever. It's like, yeah, okay.
You could call me Tandy. That's why. That's not what. That's a sconce. Where I'm from, we call them a Tandy. If the PCs can do some successful how do I want to put this? God, what are the tiers? It's exploration, combat, and is it social? Social, yeah, we'll just call it social. Social skill checks. They can obtain a bit of lore / information about the under the surface religious strife going on between the inner and outer Bailey. That work? We're good. We good with that?
I think so.
I'll come back and fill this in later because I'm sure I've only got you guys for a limited amount of time. So let's save. And then we've got one more. Do you think 2 is enough? What do you guys think? 2 options or 3 options?
Well, or you could give them 3 options and just have the third option lead to one of the first 2. Somehow, all you need is another, like, you know, for it to get derailed.
Let's see. I think I have, because I did 2 options last time. And let's see if we can.
If you've got one in the hopper.
Yeah. They did this one, which is B. No, they did this one, didn't they? They did this one. Oh, shit. I don't have one in the hopper because I believe the other group did this.
Oh.
The telephones. Do either of you have you listened to or are you aware of the Darkest of the Hillside Thickets?
No.
You should listen to them. They're great. Currently, I'm listening to a song off their last album, the Dukes of El Hazarad. The song is called "You Fool, Warren's Dead." It's great. The album before this is called "The Shadow Out of Tim," which is a concept album about basically Call of Cthulhu. And it's got some great songs. And you think like, oh, that's going to be kind of, they're kind of like punky pop dark lyrics though. It's like there's an appendix song. There's 2 appendix songs at the end of that album. One's called Sleeve Stacks and Yetis. And the other is called Near Lathotep, which is sung completely in Egyptian.
Oh, wow.
They also have an entire album called Spaceship Zero about a 1970s German science fiction show that never existed, that they made a role-playing game about. And there's a song on there that's all in German that then breaks into English at the end. It's about like, this is an outrage. Where are you taking me is what it repeats. It's really good. I love them. They're fantastic. Highly recommended. But You Fool, Warren is Dead just popped up on my playlist, my prep school playlist. And the cover of Dukes of Al Hazarad looks very Alex Rosh-ish. And it's the band dressed as cultists in a hot rod with a elder sign on it with machine guns shooting at a monster with El Hazarad's like face, like just his eyes and his turban and everything in the background. It's really good. I really like it. Highly recommend it. Plus, a bunch of them used to do a podcast called Caustic Soda, which is.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Caustic Soda was a great podcast. I was really sad. They did like 1,000 episodes, but they would pick a subject and then they would go deep dive into it. That's where they also have a song on, I think it's on Dukes of Hazarad, which is about the Great Molasses Disaster.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And it's because they did an episode on Caustic Soda about it.
That's the interesting tale.
That song is great.
I'm going to check this out.
Yeah, they're really good. I really enjoy them. I don't think I want to do this. I think they did this one as well. Damn, you think 2 is enough, guys, or should I come up with one more? Should we use prepared real quick and take a look?
Sure. Yeah. It never hurts. And then, even if you decide, I'm just going to go with 2, then you'll have something in the hopper for later. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me make let's see here. Matt, what's your out today?
Having lunch with a friend, but we're kind of just waiting on him to give us the high sign. So I can probably go another half hour at least.
How did your sale go? Your toy sale go?
Oh, that's next weekend.
No, you went like last weekend. You had to go get rid of a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, that was fine. I just went and met the guy, and he paid me for the stuff. We'd already agreed on it, so that was nice.
So
I'll probably end up reaching out to him again.
I do kind of like this idea of like these goblins turned an overturned cart into a fucking base.
Is that out Prepared?
Yeah, it's the first one in Prepared.
Yeah, I love that.
And I didn't want to really use goblins, but I kind of want to put this in here.
That's a legit wonderful encounter. It really is.
It really is, yeah.
And you could switch out the goblins too, if you felt. Although there's so much charm.
Yeah, and the fact that they're goblins and they're like, oh, we found this. We could tie it in. Like old Gem Crust knocked this wagon over, and they've turned it into a fucking fortress. In their eyes, a fortress.
Yeah.
What do they call the impregnable fortress of Dib?
Yep.
They have the abandoned task of someone was digging a moat.
Ooh, kobolds could be fun for that. That'd be if he did switch out goblins for kobolds, that'd be an excellent.
I think I want to keep it though goblins because
yeah,
I think that's I really like what you said. There's an interesting charm to this. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your introduction, your GM is ill, but you want to play anyway and volunteer to run. That never happens. It never happens. No one runs. Beard and I were just talking about this morning. He was talking about, and Beard, I'm gonna tell people this. I'm sorry if you didn't want it to get out. Beard was like, I don't know if I want to run Extra Life this year. I'm so burned out. I don't know if I want to run for Extra Life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I get it.
If you need to take a break, you need to take a break.
I think though it's the key is we have so many talented people that just I think are slightly afraid to take the leap and run. That I was saying like I don't know when the last time I think the last time I played was Tasty Boys.
Oh wow.
I was like I've been running nonstop since the beginning of 4th edition.
Yeah.
So I'm like I think maybe 10 years in of just running basically at least one game nonstop. And for a while it was 4. It was 4 different groups. Nice. Mitch, why do you think kobolds would work better? I know we've used kobolds so far in Chaoscar more. But now I want to know what the thought process is. I also thought about mites.
Oh.
Mites are shitty little fey goblins. Blue skin, they're really lethargic, they're total dicks. And I think that the in here would be that one of the local merchants, probably shithead merchant, Bosco Heldman, comes to the Finders Guild and is like, I had a shipment coming and it never showed up. So the PCs have to go out, follow the road back. They easily find this thing because it's been overturned on the road. And whoever it is has turned it into a fort.
Mm-hmm.
They've also fucked the road up by trying to dig a moat. But also, you know, it's the idea that Gemcrest is still doing Gemcresty things around here. This is also the problem with running games. My brain runs way too fucking fast, and all it is bullshit idea. That's all it is. It's like, hey, you know what'd be cool? Let's run in our Star Wars game. Let's have them go to Mimbam, where I'm pretty sure the Empire was just using criminals. If you've seen Solo, where they were just using criminal labor, like in Warhammer 40K, as like, oh, you want time off your sentence? Here, you get to be a fucking soldier. And the PCs have to go there and like do something.
I like that actually.
Oh, I'm going to use that for Star Wars whenever we get Star Wars on the board again. But I mean, like, that's all my brain does is think of bullshit, and it's maddening because I don't want to run.
Well,
that's really good. They were contractors. Have you not seen? Those were stormtroopers. Also, when we do Star Wars again, I'm going to work hard to make stormtroopers scary again. I'm going to try to maybe not regular ass stormtroopers, but the little
death
troopers and things like that, where I'm like purge troopers. Those things should be fucking scary.
That very first batch of dark troopers.
Yeah. That shit should be frightening.
That's horror.
Oh yeah.
All right. Bosco Heldman has lost a shipment of goods on the road to Rustwell Keep. He is reluctantly and at a steep discount hiring the Finders Guild to locate his goods and bring them to him. The PCs are being loaned 10 pack mules to bring back the goods. This shipment is a week overdue, and he doesn't think or care about the orders. Okay. I don't think we're gonna do a road since it'll be on the road, easy trip, so no like use of those rules. So we're gonna say the road to Gib. I don't want to change the name because I want to make sure at the end I can say, hey, I took this off of prepared because it's so good.
Yeah.
The road to the Fortress of Dib.
Yes.
The road to Dib Fortress.
What if there's like just the shoddiest little ramshackle road sign that's like D backwards?
What if the first thing they run into is that, but it's like a fucking toll booth?
Oh, I love
like
that.
Made out of parts of the wagon wheels. And like you said, it's like Dib, but it's spelled all fucked up and common.
Yeah.
And there's 2 goblins there who are like dressed in parts of human armor, but it's way too fucking big. I kind of want this to be like humorous, and then if they get into there, they realize, oh, these industrious little fuckers built a little tunnel underneath here.
Yeah.
The old gem crust tunnel, and they're kind of like, this could be a problem.
Or like one of them could have like a little bucket with like little eye slits like sawn out.
Yes. I'm in love with this. As the PCs come within sight of the Fortress of Dib, they are stopped at a toll station, manned, I guess.
Yeah.
Manned by 2 goblins in a mishmash of goods and armor that is far too large for them. I want to use Bosco because they hate him so much. He's such a shitbag. Too large for them. They attempt to shake down the PCs if the for the toll. If the PCs, all right, the PCs can do 2 things. PCs can social encounter their way out or just throw hands. This should be slightly comedic with a pinch of
yeah.
The Fortress of Dib.
There was U and 2 S.
So it'll be like the whole thing.
Like the USA.
I love the idea too. You can just lift the thing up. Like the PCs could just get together and just overturn the fucking wagon.
Yeah. Oh god! And if that happened, you could have like a bunch of like little goblins tumbling out, be like, "No, this be wonderful."
Oh god, this is so good. Good call. This is
Ooh, that's not bad either. Having one bugbear hanging out with them.
Yeah, I like that. I thought about a troll even.
And they could be like, it's our big brother or something like that.
See, my idea was that's Dib. And he's downstairs sitting on his throne just sleeping, and he's been just drinking nonstop. Because bugbears are inherently just lazy as fuck. That's like the whole thing. It's like they're really dangerous, but they're just like, I don't want to do anything. That's why I have goblins. The only reason bugbears do anything is because hobgoblins make them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Solid, guys. Solid. Will I be adding that bugbear in? Wagon. Oops. I messed that up, huh? I think I like that idea, but because we've got the thing where they've dug a tunnel down, they've used the old gem crust breach tunnel as that. I think it makes it even better that like they don't need to have anything bigger. They've got this tunnel system below them.
Oh my god! What could be a hilarious situation though is if you do have a chest of holdings somewhere, have that be like in the goblins' logic, their getaway plan. So they're all scrambling to get in this chest, and the bugbear can't fit in, and maybe only his like heads. I don't know. You don't want to go too hard comedy, but
yeah. Then there's been fortified with arrow slits and spear slits. This wagon can just be overturned with 2 strength checks. There are I'm going to say on 2 sides there has been dug a boat that is roughly waist deep on a human and is filled with putrid liquid. Most likely waste.
Another cool obstacle, maybe put like punchy sticks, but
inside the water.
Inside the water, but it's like forks and spoons and like cutlery they've taken from the shipment because they're just like, okay.
Oh, this is great. Punji sticks made of fine silverware.
Yeah, because that could easily be something that like the players could see and be like, oh yeah, like
they would just need a good investigation check to see the little gleam in the
but then water. Make that one wrong roll and all of a sudden like maybe you twist your ankle and you get a fork in the ass or something like that.
God, or in the fucking ankle or something.
Yeah. Or like you come out and you've got like a butter knife like wedged in your cheek. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, or the Indiana Jones temple thing where it's like the thing that swings out, and have like that could also be forks and crap.
Yes. I love I feel like that would totally be like total goblin mode. Not to go there, sorry.
Yeah, what was in the shipment that was being that there?
It was just good. It was just good.
Random goods. Good. So it could, anything.
Yeah, I mean, silverware totally makes sense. Same thing with like this fine chair and using lumber from it to like shore up the tunnel walls, and that they actually have like nice beds because it was all stuff off the wagons.
Yeah. And you can even have, again, this could be too much comedy, but you could always throw like one of the goblins doing like a like Lady Gremlin thing and like throwing on like some woman's dress or something like that. But
I have a Warhammer goblin that I painted that's like that. It's a goblin who's got like a coconut brassiere on.
Yes.
It's a bunch of makeup. It's great.
I mean, I guess I'm almost just now. I'm just thinking like Home Alone.
A little bit, yeah. I think I kind of.
It's just a big group of Kevin McAllisters, and they take it over the road. I love that.
Like they've hung paintings up in the cave that were on, but they've added to that. They've added to the art.
Yeah. So like the last Rambo. You're not wrong.
Yes, but less racist, hopefully.
Yeah, not wrong there either.
Wes Clapton-y.
It was turn down the Clapton. Come on, guys.
Area has traps. More than 3.
Like 89 Joker. Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
That area has traps on more than 3. Leading to the throne room. Gibbs throne room. A finely crafted throne sits at the back of the room / cave. Around it are what were fine linens that have since become sweet goblin beds.
Yeah.
On the throne sits a sleeping. He's going to sleep through the whole fucking thing.
I do like this suggestion from Mitch.
It's good. It's really good.
I got to get to it here. Hold on. Mitch. Well, I do like the 89 and the Rambo thing. Oh, damn. Yes.
Yeah, I like the idea that he learned that specifically just so he could sleep anywhere.
And cast a few cantrips, including. Is darkness a cantrip?
Oh man, I can't think off the top of my head if it is or not.
Darkness? It's a spell, isn't it?
It's
Second level. What if he has a ring?
Oh, there, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dib has a ring that can cast a magical darkness and has spent time becoming an adept blind fighter.
Ooh.
He wears a pearl-laden sleeping mask most of the time because Torm, damn it, he's tired. Okay, I really like this. So what should, like, does Dib want to fight, or is Dib just like, I just want leave my fortress alone, you assholes. Just pay the toll and move the fuck on.
Yeah. He doesn't want to.
A lazy old bugbear. He just wants a nap.
Yeah, I kind of think like he's an older bugbear who's like,
oh yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah, make him like the Winnie the Pooh of bugbears. He's just like, bother. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Or maybe it's just like he doesn't realize he doesn't quite get doesn't know, like, the toll. Like, he doesn't know what they're doing.
Oh yeah,
he's God, it's even better. Yeah, he doesn't. That's fantastic. That's really good, guys. Dib isn't even aware of the toll or all of the defensive measures his retinue has been undertaking, because he just wants some damn it sleep.
Yeah, did he just like tell him I just want some damn peace and quiet?
Yeah, look, we found this cool thing. Like, let's not fuck it up.
They just took that as far as they
like,
could.
oh, Dib wants. Dib, we're starting Dib's kingdom here. Let's roll.
Or he's totally unaware that this is his fortress and all that stuff, and they go down and they like poke him when he's asleep, and they're like, we're doing this and we're doing that. He's like just grunting in his sleep, and they're like, oh, okay, boss, yeah.
Yeah, I love the idea that Dib is like an older bugbear who's just like, I'm somewhat retired, and the reason these goblins follow him around, usually it's like out of fear, but here it's just because he's so tired, he kind of lets them do whatever they want.
Yeah.
But if he gets roused and gets angry, then there's a problem, because Dib is actually competent.
Then they're literally poking the bugbear.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ask your father.
Yeah. Yeah, unless something is on fire or somebody's bleeding, I'm not getting up.
He's the Emperor of Mankind on his golden throne. Yeah, that's both of those are great ways to put it. Gib is, in fact, a very dangerous enemy if roused. Most of the goblins don't want that smoke and will throw down arms if given the chance. Gib just wants to be left alone and relax.
Yeah.
I can see this being like a thing where if the PCs play it right, they can negotiate for stuff back.
Yeah.
Like, literally, this could be a spot where they can return to. Like, I'm thinking,
totally.
Dib not even evil, Dib just neutral.
Yeah.
Dib just like, come on, man.
Yeah, he doesn't have the desire for combat, but if you annoy him enough, he's gonna need to swat you. You know?
Yeah, he's like a 50-year-old tough guy.
I mean, I had some friends when I was a kid, and their dad worked night shift, and so we'd be playing, or whatever, and it was fine, and he was cool every time I talked to him. But if you woke him up during the day when he was trying to get rested for work, you were done. Like, it was everybody get out of here. I'm stomping down the stairs. I'm yelling. You're done.
Yeah.
But all the rest of the time it's just like,
it's the guy from Don't Breathe. Blind man.
Except for without the turkey baster?
Yeah, hopefully not. Why make him the hero in the second one? That was weird. Way weird.
Why did you need a second movie?
You didn't.
Secrets? Gib's pretty cool.
Has like them being in the have they like run into anything?
Not a bad idea. I'm sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, like have the goblins like run into anything when they've been messing around with these caves that might be interesting or cool?
My thought is they probably have run into like an ant egg nest, and they've been farming out the eggs. Because one thing like that Burwitch has, I just weirdly have in my head is like ant eggs produce something cool. Like maybe it's like a honey or resin, and that there's like in Burwich, there's actually an Ankeg farm.
Yeah.
Where they've literally done mud to stone spells down like 50 feet all the way around, also to keep Gemcrest out. And one of the industrious people who lives in Burwich is like farming Ankegs. And because his family's been doing it long enough, they're slightly domesticated. Because they're fed and taken care of. They don't, I always look at it like in my head, it's a lot like
after a few generations, they're just gonna not,
And also like big cats in a zoo. Like I can't think of the lady's name who I watch who will boop like big cats.
Yeah.
She'll it's something safari. She'll walk around and she'll like be petting them, and she'll walk up to them and like she'll put her hand in their mouth and then boop their snoot with her thumb. And they fucking love her. But again, it's like I have a friend I grew up with who works for the DNR in Montana. And one year he sent me a bunch of pictures of them in the winter coming upon 2 mountain lions. And they had just were eating off of a dead elk. And he has pictures of them like petting them. And they're like, because they had eaten. They're just big fucking house cats.
Yeah.
And they were doing controlled population control. So he sent me the backstrap off of mountain lions we had in one year. It was really good. I was like, how come nobody eats this? This is like really, he's like, you want to try this? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to try it. And they were really good.
Huh.
He's like, I hate killing this animal.
Well, yeah.
But it's the population is out of control. So we have to do a population calling. But I feel like it's a waste if we kill them and don't get anything out of it.
Right.
It felt my friend shaped perfect. I kind of like that idea of like someone farming these Ankegs, and it's like also protecting them because Gemcrest and other boulets will eat them. So guys like, hey man, I don't know, how do we get off on Ankeg farming? I don't even know.
Oh, that was because you thought that the goblins might be doing it a little bit.
Oh yeah. They're low key doing it as well. The goblins are low key Ankeg farming out of an abandoned. I also like the idea that these goblins are convinced that Dib protects them from Gemcrest. And he's like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like maybe they're farming like mushrooms and shit too. Like they're kind of industrious. I like the idea that like they're industrious.
Yeah.
Well,
Just a lot of like either misinterpreting or over-interpreting stuff that Dib does. They'll like come up with ideas, and he's just always doesn't care. So
yeah, he just wants like he said his retirement.
Yeah.
Dib's the old guy who has like maybe 1 to 3 more nasty fights left in him.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm chilling.
Yeah, or he could just be like, oh yeah, I could go for some eggs or some mushrooms or whatever, and then they're just like, oh shit, Dib has spoken.
Yeah. I love this idea that the goblins are like take everything he says as like a fucking order.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I'm really hungry, and they're like running off and like making all this food. And he's like, whoa, that's too much food. So you guys got to finish it. So they're like, oh shit, Dib is the best.
Yeah.
Dib loves us. Dib is like the man. He is the bugbear of all bugbears. I also like the idea that Dib is like massive.
Yes.
Yeah.
That he's not like fat bugbear, but he's like just huge. He's like, again, 50-year-old guy who, if you ever like one of my friend's dad used to do this trick where he'd take a sledgehammer and he would grab it at the top of the handle, and with one hand, with just his wrist, turn it up and touch his nose. And I would be like, he was like, you're not strong unless you can do that. We'd all be constantly trying to do that. None of us could do that, but also none of us had forearms as big as our fucking thighs.
Yeah, I'm now you've just got me picturing like Greg Valentine.
Yeah, Dib is Greg Valentine.
I like
He's
that.
got like the barrel stomach and the
it's like there's muscle here, but you've got
he's 80s wrestler big.
Yeah.
He's got that body that is loaded up with steroids, but also beer.
Yeah.
How much beer? Lots of beer.
Yeah. How much do you have?
God, now no matter what, Dib has got to happen at some point. Dib is
This is great.
Shit a fuck mountain. All right, we got to put a title. The Impregnable Fortress of Dib is the name of that. So I'll work on these to get them. I'll send them out in the thing today, but I think I've got enough meat on the bones to roll.
Definitely, dude.
So a couple things I want to, if you got a little bit of time, Matt.
Sure. I'll have to go up and get organized a little bit here, but yeah, he was going to just shoot me a message when he got about half hour away. So I want to do some DNO. Hopefully the next episode will be our last for a little bit, but we'll see. I want to do something. I've been trying to think of a better way to put it, and I couldn't. So I was like, just going to call it One Shot Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And then I wanted someone to make a song to Jukebox Hero, but it's like One Shot Wednesday, again for no one. But I want to do All Out of Bubblegum as my first one. Yeah, that's a great. I love that the system.
I don't know if you saw it, but I made a 80s movie generator, basically.
I did see that. I didn't have time to really like dig into it, but
so let's take a look at it, and I want to get your feedback on it. Yeah, share. So the only thing I had to change was I did put third world country in there, and as Beard pointed out, like that's not a real good term to use. But like, it is an 80s game, and I changed it to like developing nation, pre-industrialized country. But so I want to do a thing where it encompasses a wide breadth and scope of 80s movies. So you could have like, have either of you seen Outland?
Yeah.
So Outland is basically like a fucking Western in space with Sean Connery.
The old mining place. Yeah. Great.
And apparently a lot of people think it takes place in the Aliens universe.
Wayland, Utah. Yeah.
So, which I think is also kind of awesome.
It's kind of headcanon for me that it's in there. Yeah.
I love that movie. It's a bizarrely underseen movie, but it's like it's 80s as fuck.
You got your kind of rough and tumble guy, one man against the system, and it's great.
But I also want horror to be encompassed, and I even wanted some like the possibility of it being just a fucking fantasy movie.
Sure.
Because there's some great fantasy movies in the 80s. Oh,
the 80s was just it was just this fun time, it seemed, when people were like, you want to make that movie? Okay, here's some money.
So I want you guys in chat to take a look at the list here. So my first one was Threat. Do you see something I missed or something I need to take away because it's not really applicable? I really want feedback here. Good, bad, indifferent. This is your opinions. You two as well as the chat are really, really meaningful to me, and I want to be able to have the best generator possible to be able to tell the most 80s stupid stories.
I would change robbers to just criminals.
Oh, okay.
Punks. Gutter punks.
Well, yeah, it can encompass that, because I mean, it will depend on, you could let the setting dictate that or whatever.
What should I replace to put punks in? So by criminals, I can get rid of drug lord.
Yeah,
but
and I can The only thing is, man, Drug Lord appears a lot of times in the 80s.
Yeah,
really does.
yeah.
I mean, are like monster and demon too close to each other? Or do you want the specificity?
No, I mean I don't need this.
Or I mean, or could Shape be a monster?
I think Shape is its own thing.
All right.
I think Shape is like a supernatural serial killer.
Also, I would almost say that for the threat, you do 2 rolls and combine them.
Yeah, no, because I was gonna looking over this list. It's like if you like 2 or even like 3 things, you could make such a thing like the rich white man who has monster.
Well, yeah, because you gotta have. I mean, I'm just thinking of Miami
seems
Connection.
so
Where
80s.
it's like, here's the gang of coke dealing ninjas.
Oh God,
It's
this
coke dealing ninjas, and it
this
goes
is why
all the way
I
up
needed
to,
you all.
a white suit clad businessman who's like, well, but
Who's also a
legitimate
monster.
figure. And who's also
Or a gutter punk, yeah.
No, this is perfect. This is what I wanted.
Try Shape. Now only 25% people.
Other things we're seeing on just the threat list. I love that idea. I never would have thought of that. You guys are the best.
It's pretty comprehensive list, I think.
Yeah, would I mean, if there's anything you need to add, there's a few you could definitely kind of combine. But I'm
Do I
trying
have
to
rednecks on there?
You don't.
Do I have rural? I don't.
Rural.
I think
You can combine AI and robot and just robot/AI.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Redneck. Slash. No, just redneck.
Yeah.
What's that place?
So we're good with that.
I think that's good.
So. Yeah.
Let's go down to location. Location was a little tougher. I also really want this to be in the vein of, I mean, I know we do this all the time on this show, but I think our show should be called Prep School, brought to you by Kyle Starks. Because I do want this to be like in the vein of Kyle Starks shit.
Yeah.
So like I almost thought about doing a name generator too, but I'm like, there's enough of that out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
For nothing else, you could just pull up all the names from Space Mutiny.
I would add Mystical Kingdom.
Okay, what should I move? Should I take the South out because I have rule settings?
Yeah.
You've also got different time and the future. So
okay, let's different times would take up the future.
Yeah, because you could put that as like
either that or
time displacement.
It could be the future or the past. You could have 2 options for that, if you wanted to, but
So what do we add? We've got an empty slot now. Hill Williams. Hill Williams is fucking fantastic. See, that's what I love. It's like that name screams 80s action movie, and it's so simple but beautiful. So I also want this game to be.
You don't have a prison.
Oh!
I love that we both freaked out.
That's good. Can we do another 2 rolls on this one?
A space prison? Yes, please. A fighting tournament set in hell? Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so good. You guys are goddamn geniuses. Are we feeling good about our? Yeah, a lab and a skyscraper.
Or a haunted skyscraper.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a few there that
This is
that
so
might
fun.
not quite match up, but I think you can make it work.
Yeah. But
But
then
it
again,
doesn't
like,
have to match up. Think about how
Yeah.
many movies where you're
Yeah.
like,
True.
what the fuck is this?
yeah, like where, so many things in the 80s, they're just like, let's just throw a ninja in there for
Right.
like,
Yeah, here's a ninja.
here's a ninja. And he's also going to be working with the Nazis. Don't worry about it. It works.
Right.
All I can think of when you said that is Kill and Kill Again, which is one of my favorite terrible movies.
Oh, gosh.
We're good on location then? We feel good about this list?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Once too, I generally went with the lasers and feelings list.
Yeah.
And I kept it as broad as possible. But if you guys see things we should be adding, please say so.
I think this is actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty solid because I didn't make it up.
No, it's just like, I feel like these are the 6 wants and needs of the villain. From
the Maslow's hierarchy
Yeah,
of
yes,
bad
for real.
people. Okay, what about who do they want to do this to? The king of the submarine.
The only one that doesn't quite jive for me is the Blood of Christ.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of pops out.
Specific.
Religious item.
Religious / mystical. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had Blood of Christ on the tip of my tongue.
Were you watching Demon Knight?
And you could probably change. You could change diamonds to like
Bronson needs. Oh my God.
Riches
or valuable or treasure.
Oh, treasures.
Yeah.
Also, another thing, are you familiar? You did. Are either of you familiar with Electric Six?
Yes, the band.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not super familiar, but I'm aware of them and I've heard.
Also, highly recommended from your King Ginger.
All right.
Psychic Visions just came on, and I do love the line on the King of the Submarines making horrible music for teens. She's the queen of the bad talks. As one time, someone explained when I asked, like, well, when I was first getting into them, well, what would you call them? And their explanation was evil disco. And I was like, they are evil disco.
Go back up here. Okay, so
I just had a thought for location too. And
well, I don't know if it's location. Go back up again to the. Okay, so that's okay. So location, I guess it would be location then.
What are you thinking?
Because
the Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
you don't have you've got fighting tournament, but you don't have.
I have ninjas, but I don't have Bolo Young on there.
Well, I'm also thinking of the very 80s like hyper specific sport. Like you know,
yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie where they play a future game called like Juggerball? It's like an 80s post-apocalypse.
Is that Rollerball or Roller Babies?
No, it's like a
Solar Babies.
It's kind of like a rugby fighting game.
Oh.
It's really good. I can't remember the name of the movie. I think it's like maybe an Australian flick. We watched it at a Suck movie night one time. Mike Harmon brought it, and I was like, this movie fucking rules. It's very, very, very. It feels like a movie that could take place in like Mad Max's world.
Yeah.
Let me see if that's the name of it. If it is like something like Juggerball. Movie with Juggerball. Called Jugger, maybe? No.
Salute of the Jugger?
Yeah.
Salute of the Jugger.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
worth watching.
All right.
Just saying. So we need like specific sport villain.
Or just like
So would disgruntled military then fall into corrupt authority?
yeah, it could.
Yeah, just I lost it. Hold on.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, it
I
could
do
be.
have Jock on there.
But
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm for the location.
Oh, like arena?
Yeah, or sporting event.
arena or because Olsen also Running Man just popped into my mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could cover so much that. And
What
the
should
other
we
thought,
replace?
oh,
I mean, communist country, you could just combine with pre-industrialized.
yeah,
Pre-industrialized or communist.
So one thing I like about this,
and put us, if you would, I was thinking maybe put a slash with Mystical Kingdom and put like archaeological ruins.
I would just put ruins.
That's where it's
Sure.
And also one other thought I had was like underwater.
Damn, that's a good one.
I know it's so vague, but like I think of like such those classics. You got like Leviathan, Deep Star 6, all that, those good B movies.
Do you
Could
want
that be in Desolation? Wouldn't that work for that? Like a desert or underwater?
Oh yeah. Or
put that in there as a parenthetical.
Desolation, like unforgiving landscape, and that could be
We're gonna use unforgiving landscape.
This is yeah.
So one thing I want this to be, like when we play it, it's going to be the first one I do. Might do it relatively soon. Is Underwinter.
Yeah.
Is it should be like a fun experience for me running it or whoever when they decide if they ever want to use this as like a thought experiment, because you don't get to prep. You just are rolling these up and off the top of your head, you're just making it up as you go.
Yeah,
it's very
dude.
free form. Which I think could be very interesting.
Oh, totally. And just with these little tools that, these building blocks here, it's you can't not, in my opinion, from what we have, come up with something so pulpy, cheesy 80s fun.
Yeah. And I would change sports arena to sports event. Because that opens it up. If it's like,
wasn't there a De
you wanna do
Palma movie that
Knight
was like an
Riders
assassination attempt at a sports event?
Sudden Death.
Right.
Yeah, Sudden Death is basically
Sudden Death.
Die Hard.
With Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he puts on the goalie suit at one point.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So what about, we're good on the now?
I think so.
So which will is the last one, which again I took right off.
All right, go back up to locations. City and skyscraper are overlappy. Maybe have them be the same, and I would also say
I like it.
Concert, because I'm thinking of Streets of Fire.
Oh yeah.
Or even like what think about movies that have taken place with a like a opera or whatever is like the thing they're just trying to figure out who's going to assassinate someone at an opera.
Then you want to make it less specific and just say performance, and then you could parenthetically put in concert, ballet, opera, whatever.
Well, I want to do this too, like when we're getting ready to do it, is like soliciting the players for like the ideas of what's going on. So yeah, like I think we're gonna change just the haunted location.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, you could do like a haunted sanitarium.
Sure.
You could go the Cropsey route.
Perfect.
Which will.
There you go.
Does that look good, or do we want to? This is a adaptation off of the Lasers and Feelings document.
No, I think that all is solid.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like trying to think of like, well, what if like the end goal is, what they want is this, that, or the other thing.
That's great.
But
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
you need to find a way to get the front to stay folded in a little bit, but that's really good.
Yeah, I think these are. Yeah, this is pretty.
Yeah, it's really just a guidepost to like, all right, so even if the villain doesn't necessarily realize it, whatever they're doing could do this thing.
Yeah. I need the PCs to realize it.
Yeah.
So one thing too, I think I'm gonna cap it at like 4 players. Because one of my rules I want to implement is you as the players should be trying to tell the most fun story possible.
Mitch had another good idea here too for location.
Ooh, time loop. Wouldn't that be under time though? Different time?
Oh yeah. But let's slot that in there so that because that's such a specific thing, but it does deal with time too. But yeah, throw that in there and then have it figured out if it is going to be the loop or not.
So my other thought is characters get made first.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the fun of it should be you made this character and then here's
the situation. Yeah. You make Jack Burton and you just drop this trucker into the most mystical battle between good and evil ever, and he's just like, what?
Plus, also one of the things I want to do is they name the movie.
Yes.
So there's a component in a game that I used to play all the time. I have all the cards for it. It's called Grave Robbers from Outer Space. And each card has a word on the bottom of it. And when you get your cards, the players all get together and they each get to contribute 1 card to the title of the movie. So you get some fucking wild movie titles. So that's another thing is figuring out how to do the movie title.
Oh, and Shaggy have him make a catchphrase. That's
that's awesome.
Or the tagline of the movie.
Oh yeah.
What was I going to say? So we feel like this is good though.
This is solid. Yeah.
Let me add that note on the bottom. Busan, be with me. Notes. Hey y'all. What do we say? PCs will complete character creation prior to rolling on this generator. PCs will all contribute one word to the title of the movie. PCs will all contribute taglines to the movie for the movie. 1 extra piece of bubble gum. So have you seen the rules for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you only have 1 stat, it's bubble gum.
Yes.
It's the bubble gum. Once you're out of bubble gum, you die.
And Mitch did just throw in 2 pretty juicy little tidbits, I thought.
Alternate reality, god damn it.
Which will rewrite that's
location. Alternate history, yeah. Different time though. That's
I guess add that into the.
It's not the same. No.
It's that.
I mean, you could get rid of.
Could I just put Warzone here too?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because no, I mean that's what it usually always was in the 80s. You know,
Yeah.
That's really good, Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch, that's awesome.
I'm saying one extra piece of bubble gum for creating and using their own catchphrase in game.
And then add to the Witch Wills
least 3 times in proper context. What'd you say, Colin?
And then under the Witch Wills, throw the rewrite reality history, and I think that's a great thing. At least, I mean, even if you put it in like, it doesn't have to even be in the alternate reality time thing. That's just
in the world change history. Can we...
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. You guys are flipping awesome and doing
on fire today, guys.
Doing beautiful things here with this stupid idea.
This is a wonderful idea.
It's not stupid.
Any other things we want to like add? Because it's such a streamlined experience. I think, putting some of these, tacking on some of these little things.
Oh my God. A group sidekick?
I think I want to stay away from that.
Okay.
Because one thing I wanted to once a character is all out of bubblegum, they will perish and should have a moment to have the most epic death ever. This is what I was going to say. Players should be aware that the game is fun and is about telling the best 80s movie story possible. Their PCs should all think that they are the primary character in the movie. So there should be a little bit of like that one-upsmanship kind of whenever you get like Stallone and another action star in a movie, there's always this feeling like
right.
Like someone was telling me that Throw Mama for the Train was the reason Stallone made that movie is because
Don't stop or my mom will shoot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's because Schwarzenegger let it leak that he was going to do it.
Yeah, he supposedly tricked him into it. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he knew it was fucking terrible. Which I find to be two guys who don't understand that they're not in the movie at that point. God, I just cut myself.
And Shaggy just threw out montage.
Ah, fuck me. So we have to add a montage rule just like we have in D&D right now. Each player would have during the movie, each player is allowed one flashback / montage.
There you go.
I love that. This is I'm very
excited
to see this played or to play it myself. This is amazing.
Yeah, because Yeah, you can do the montage could be to it's like okay.
I just imagine someone having like a they make a character and they're like, I'm now married to so and so's another player's ex-wife.
Yeah.
And like, you know, on their dying thing, their montage is like playing with their kid and everything. And as they die, they go, they were your daughter all along.
Right. Or
real great shit like that.
A flashback to establish, that the villain actually,
that was your brother.
You and he were buddies, weren't you?
You and he were buddies. I do want like Dark Place to be a definitive vibe for this.
No, yeah, Dark Place fits this vibe for sure. Yeah. Like,
I'll get a mop. Oh my gosh, so we feel pretty good about this, huh?
Yeah,
I love this. This is amazing.
Like I said, I want that vibe to be like amped up, dumb.
Yes.
Or I would say, and I hate to put it this way, but Matt, you can correct me if you have a better way of putting it. Sometimes I feel like that is Kyle Stark's vibe for those type of books is like, I had a phrase for it in my head and it ran away.
This is awesome.
Dumb, but with heart, I guess.
Yeah.
Stupidly heartfelt.
Yes. An homage that's stupidly heartfelt. Yeah. Because there's like definitively something very heartfelt about what he does.
Yeah.
But there's also like, oh, that's not what I wanted. I wish we could move our pictures over here. Because you keep like the chat.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
They need to see your beautiful mug. So yeah, we think this is now like in fighting shape.
Yeah,
definitely. I think so.
We need I don't feel like okay, so like
sorry. Go back up to the top. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess the there's not a lot of I think it would work. Never mind. Yep, we're good.
So like I was either of you heard of a song called Born to Be Alive by Patrick Hernandez?
Yes, you were telling me about that last week, and I did pick it back up as I was running on my errand. So,
what did you think of the song?
It's solid. It's a solid tune.
Because like I'm like definitively like I'm trying to figure out a way where they have to come up with a song for the movie as well, or should they have to do that at the end?
Usually that comes at the end.
Okay.
You've got at the end of the movie. Here's the song that tells you what happened in the movie.
Okay, I'll put that in.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They call them Ghostbusters, and they broke the mold.
This is true.
This is true.
What about Vigo, the Master of Evil? Tried to battle my boys.
Oh, damn! I didn't know I was doing a show with two bad motherfuckers this morning.
Not at all, but
so we feel like this is ready to roll then.
I feel if you felt like you could roll this
hot
tonight.
Bars.
There's two, I think, episodes of the 100 Hot Dog podcast where it's about expository theme songs. And it's a tournament. So each person gets to pick 3 expository theme songs and bring them to the competition, and they listen to them and vote on which one is best. And yeah, there was some that did not need to exist, but it was great.
He's back. He's the man behind the mask.
What would you
It
call
is
that?
going insane.
What would you call? It's not the theme. What were those-
Outro.
Oh, perfect. Also, I want them to vote on the billing and the credits. Who gets top billing?
That's great.
The producer,
Mm.
the person running the game,
That's
has the tiebreaker vote.
Mm.
Because it gives them a little bit of an incentive to be like,
Yeah.
to play the part.
Mm.
Tropes and cliches
Mm.
are not encouraged. They are mandatory.
Yes.
I feel like we took the backbone of a game and then it was like, let's just make this stupider.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like that's my brand. Can I make this dumber?
Did you want to? I mean, and this might be something for the next time we get together, or maybe just something for you to work on your own. Do you want a role for love interest?
Oh God.
Or not? Because I mean, some of those they usually try and shoehorn something like that into
They
most.
do.
But I don't know that it's required either.
Maybe we add a complication.
The Bridget Nielsen factor.
Okay, we're gonna add an optional. After the death of the first player, the remainder will roll one dice and take the average number to introduce the complication played by the dead player. So, like, if you die first, you're not out the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You just get a new roll. All right, so let's figure out what would these be? What would be some good complications? The love interest.
Love interest.
Yep.
Kid sidekick, we could do that.
Yep.
Street urchin.
Yeah, just kid sidekick.
Kid sidekick.
Yeah.
The concerned mentor.
Oh, I
don't like what you're doing. You ride like lightning. You're gonna crash like thunder, kid. Something like that, you know.
Captain, who
I
want
your badge.
Is about to retire.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yes, no, just that specific note is about to retire. That's so no. That's great.
Robot.
Oh God, robot.
Robot. Johnny Five.
Long lost brother.
I
Evil
mean,
twin?
long lost something.
We need to. I think like twin should be up here somewhere as well, but
clone or twin.
Clone is already in there.
You can
okay. That's
Fix this because it's bugging me. Concerned mentor, long lost family member.
I don't know if it needs to be long lost, but I think like family members that such a.
Well, I mean, that could be under the love interest, as a,
Oh yeah.
You could combine those two. if we end up coming with another good one.
What else?
And I think you could probably just get rid of Kid and just have Sidekick.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking of like Hollywood from Mannequin. And
what about like the rival turned reluctant ally?
Rival into ally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't like you, but I love your style, or something like
Yeah, no, that is a big time. Like, I'm trying to like populate these with this tropey as possible.
Yeah.
Fish out of water.
Oh, Shaggy just fish out of water.
Well, and I would also if you want to split it out to fill out more, it could be
pet.
You can either have robot / vehicle.
Oh my God! If someone was like Eagle from Peacemaker.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kit.
Yeah. You need Kit or Heat Vision and Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, if we can come up with 2 more, I will be completely satisfied. This dumb thing we've done. Because concerned mentor could also be like priest,
coach,
coach. When I am
t-ball coach,
when I am
commanding officer,
when I'm coach of team, when I am coach of team.
What else?
It's so hard sometimes to think of like some of these cliches, and then we'll be off stream. That's all I can think of is stupid.
Oh, cliches. Like I don't know what you would call it. But
Colin, you froze. Oh no, you're back. You just were still.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you would call it, but like and it kind of falls under the rival turned ally, but like like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive, and where it's like, here's this person who's after the heroes for something they may or may not have done.
By the book cop.
That they're pursuing our protagonist, but by the end they're like, you know what?
Yeah, authority, or just authority figure. I don't know.
And should we add like to the top of this threat? Should we add? Oh, we have monster because it's like giant shark type thing. This monster falls in that.
What about like the scientist / doctor / gadget guy for the team or something like that in a certain way?
Oh yeah.
The Q, as it is.
Or do you just want to do comic relief?
Oh, comic relief.
That's great. That's great. The Eddie Murphy character, who then becomes the star for the rest of the franchise.
Yeah, or here's freaking Rob Schneider and Judge Dredd to make you hate it.
That movie is so fun, and then every time he shows up, you're just like, get out of the scene, Rob.
Go away.
And it's even worse when you see Dredd, and you're
like,
this is what we could have had. This is why we can't have nice things, Hollywood.
All right. Well, I just got the message from my friend, so I'm gonna head out. But I think
Matthew, when will I see you in person next? Because I have a boatload of stuff for you.
I know. I mean, hopefully next Saturday if we want.
Okay, sounds good.
Otherwise, we'll figure it out. Sunday, I do have a show again. So I think it's Sunday 16th. So yes, I will be out next week. But then back after that. So.
Oh, you're at a swap?
Yeah.
Can we get a live?
I'll give it a shot. We'll see if I got the connection.
Sweet.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your.
Matt, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me here. You can find me on the Dave Wonder channel most Tuesdays, not every Tuesday, but most. And then, I don't know. My Instagram, I don't really use these days. I'll get back on there at some point. So, the chat knows where to find me.
The chat knows. Chat knows.
But yes, Colin, Benjamin, Spike, Shaggy, Mitch, please enjoy your weekend. Anybody else who's lurking or watching this in the future, I hope whatever you get up to whenever you see this is great.
Matt, thank you for allowing us to plumb the depths of your beautiful mind.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Oh, man. Maybe it's just the 2 caffeine drinks I've had this morning. But damn.
Yeah.
I said goddamn.
I said goddamn.
I feel like we did good.
Yeah.
Moved
No.
good.
I think we killed it with the D&D, and I think we fucking dropped a atomic bomb of fun on this thing. It's just, this is amazing. This is so cool. I
also enjoy the fact that we figured out a way to bring a dead player back in.
Yes, that's such a wonderful thing to do, because it's whenever you're that first guy out, it's just like, so yeah, it's perfect.
That's one of my things, like with Dread. I love playing Dread, and I love playing Dread with a bunch of people. But the nice thing with having the Jenga tower as the randomizer is once somebody dies, it tends to expedite the other deaths.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this would.
Yeah, no, this just gives.
Although I will say, like, for me, I would be like, hey, when you vote for top billing, it doesn't have to be the person who survived. I mean, if someone had a spectacular death, I remember running Star Wars one time, and Cassie had to leave early. If he dies, it exactly. Cassie had to leave early, so she was like, she basically had her bounty hunter use their ship as a battering ram into like a acclimator class Star Destroyer bridge. Damn. So, and was like, I gotta go, but I don't want to just be on. I don't want to fuck up the story. So how about I do this? And I was like, oh my god, you're the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love when people like pay service to their character in the story by doing something interesting. Colin, since I got you here, when do you want to do Spoopy Boys this month?
Actually, I'm feeling sooner than later. Actually, I kind of got an itch for it after last show was awesome, and I was at my reunion, and a lot of people surprisingly were coming up to me like, "Love your show." So we've got eyes on the product, I guess. At least I'd say 2 weeks. Maybe. Does that work?
Yeah.
And then I'd love to just share back and forth maybe like our top 3 werewolf movies, and then like try to nail it down and maybe get together and watch a few if possible.
Yeah, I think also like other werewolf media we should be bringing.
Yes, absolutely. I've got Stephen King's Cycle of the Werewolf with the beautiful Bernie Wrightson illustrations in it. I would love to show that off. It's gorgeous.
About, like, why we haven't had a werewolf franchise or werewolf movie that beyond like the ones that came out in the 80s that have been like cultural touchstones. Because on paper the werewolf is extremely cool, but I have a hard time thinking of a time when it's been the top dog.
Yeah.
I'm not intended.
Later, Mitch.
Bye, Mitch. My other question, Beard and I were talking about this morning as we sipped coffee. When do we want to do Meng on Meng?
I'm good anytime for that.
So I think I'd like to do that on Tuesday.
Okay.
Early, like at the latest, start at 6 and end around 7.
Okay.
Because Dave still has his thing going on. I think it starts at 8. But I also don't want to go super late. I'd like to be like, and maybe start once a month, and then I know you were talking about doing Legos, and I think I'm gonna
got so much Lego to build. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna start with painting minis. I've been watching.
Okay, and I've still got some minis on the dock too that can go. Yeah, no.
Beard and I were talking about painting some of the Star Wars minis that we have. I've always still have a ton of fucking Motu stuff on my desk.
Yeah.
Even like this, cutting my hand today. I think this looks great.
It does.
And I've got some heads coming because MAFC had a big sale. So I got some heads for like $5, which some of those heads are beautiful.
That's cool.
So yeah, I think we can. I don't know if we want to shoot for August.
Yeah, why not?
Gives us time. Plus, I mean, I did find an 8-bit version of the song we talked about using.
Yes.
I don't know if it falls under free use.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it does because I think we're going to use it. So then it's just figuring out some type of stupid intro thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Colin, where can people find you? What do you got on your agenda here?
Well, you can find me here doing some things. I'm putting on just a few little tweaks here and there on we deal with lead game that I want to get going, and then I'll put out the call for that. I've got a hunger for doing some Dark Tower style Western weirdness. Otherwise, yeah, man. Spoopy Boys, Meng on Meng. Hopefully, people are into the idea of boys on film because I would love to get that going.
See, too. that's what my thing was. I mean, that's what I was going to use for Meng on Meng was girls on film.
Yeah,
because I thought that was super funny to actually fit.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I think.
And we don't have to call it boys on film, but I think between all of us in this group, and especially with the people that join us in chat, there's so much we.
I still like folks on film with an X.
I like
then it includes everybody.
Yes. I like that. I like that a lot.
But yeah, I think good. Muy good.
I think there's because we even just through all of the shows, we go on those tangents of all this combined like media and stuff that we love, and it'd be wonderful to just celebrate it and dissect it, deconstruct it, and I think
just having a conversation.
Yeah,
and I think you'll for if anyone hasn't watched Spoopy Boys, I think Colin, you have evolved into prime host of that, and I think you being able to do those things is super cool.
Yeah,
it allows me to kind of lay back and be
and definitely
yes.
I would love to eventually kind of get more of the reins on it, so like I can take that like workload off you a little more because you're such a busy dude with this, and I would love to chip in more.
Oh, I think you do. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
So I think that's all I got today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Chaos Car.
All right.
So tune in, I guess.
Tune in.
And then next Friday is Bad at Games. I don't know what we're playing.
All right.
I always just put like everything. That's why it says like it's an Insecurity Blanket production, because for a while I was doing a podcast called Insecurity Blanket. Yeah, I feel like it works.
It does.
So Call King is pretty great too, though.
Yeah, I like that.
In association with. The Call King group. Like they would do on PBS.
Yeah. Funded by this local grant. Like totally. Masterpiece Theater is brought to you with a grant from the Dow Foundation.
Oh God, so good. All right. So thank you guys for hanging out, for just killing it in the chat.
Yeah, chat was on fire. You guys were throwing out amazing suggestions.
And as always, if you guys want, I will put all this stuff in a folder on Dropbox that I can give everybody access to. If you want access to the dumb stuff we make up for your own use. Other than that, thank you to anyone who hung, like Matt said, thank you to anyone who hung out. Thank you to anyone who contributed. Thank you to anyone who will contribute or hang out in the future or sees this and is like, this is weird. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye.